Let's talk about inflation. It's a word we hear a lot, especially when prices keep going up. But what does it really mean? Simply put, inflation is when things get more expensive over time. Remember when that candy bar was only $1, now it's $1.50. That's inflation at work. Like a sneaky cosmic force, it makes our money buy less over time. Think of it like this. Inflation is like a balloon slowly expanding. As it gets bigger, it takes up more space. In the same way as prices rise, it takes more money to buy the same things we used to buy for less. So, what causes this sneaky inflation to creep into our lives? One major culprit is when there's too much money chasing after too few goods. Imagine everyone suddenly having tons of extra cash. They all rush out to buy the latest gadgets, cars, and fancy shoes, but there's only a limited supply of these things. The stores can't keep up with the demand. What happens? Prices skyrocket. This is a classic case of too much money, not enough goods inflation. Inflation isn't a one-size-fits-all phenomenon. It can show up in different forms, each with its own unique causes. Let's explore three main types: demand pull, cost push, and built-in inflation. Demand pull inflation. Imagine a popular toy everyone wants for the holidays. Demand skyrockets, but there aren't enough toys to go around. This excess demand pulls prices up, hence the name demand pull. Cost push inflation. Now imagine the cost of making that toy suddenly increases. Maybe the raw materials are more expensive, or workers demand higher wages. These rising production costs push the price of the toy higher, leading to cost push inflation, built-in inflation. This type of inflation is a bit sneakier. It's like a wage price spiral. Workers demand higher wages to keep up with rising prices, but those higher wages increase production costs for businesses, causing them to raise prices even more. And so the cycle continues. Inflation might seem like a distant economic concept, but it hits us right where it hurts: our wallets. As prices rise, our hard-earned money doesn't stretch as far as it used to. That vacation we were saving for, it just got a whole lot more expensive. But inflation's impact goes beyond our individual budgets. It can ripple through the entire economy. When prices are unstable, businesses become hesitant to invest, and consumers may hold back on spending. This can slow down economic growth. However, a little bit of inflation can actually be a good thing. It encourages people to spend rather than hoard their money, which can boost economic activity. It's all about finding the right balance. Don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. Governments and central banks play a crucial role in managing inflation and keeping it from spiraling out of control. Think of them as the economic firefighters, always on the lookout for signs of trouble. One of their main tools is monetary policy. They can adjust interest rates, the cost of borrowing money. Raising interest rates can help cool down an overheated economy by encouraging saving and reducing spending. They can also control the money supply, the amount of money circulating in the economy. By carefully managing the flow of money, they can influence inflation and keep it in check. Inflation isn't just an abstract concept, it has real-world consequences. Take, for example, the hyperinflation that plagued Zimbabwe in the 2000s. Prices soared at astronomical rates, making everyday goods unaffordable. People were forced to carry around bags of cash just to buy basic necessities. But even in more stable economies, we see the effects of inflation all around us. That cup of coffee that used to cost a few dollars, now it's creeping closer to $5. The price of gas, groceries, and housing, it's all slowly but surely increasing. Understanding inflation is crucial for navigating our financial lives, making informed decisions about spending and saving, and grasping the complexities of the global economy. So the next time you hear about inflation, remember it's not just an economic term, it's a force that shapes our world.